Hello, kids. It's me again, Miss Carol's mom. I'm so happy to be here again because this time Miss Carol allowed me to read you a chapter of this book called There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom. Although I don't agree with the title, I don't think boys should go to girls' bathrooms. Anyway, I am going to start reading chapter 23 because I believe you read chapter 22 last time. So, apparently, after lunch, Bradley sat at his desk. He didn't look at Jeff. He didn't look other way either at the chart full of gold stars, and he didn't look straight ahead at Mrs. Abel. He didn't look anywhere. That's a strange boy indeed. It was time for him to see Carla again. So he took the hall pass from Mrs. Abel and walked out of the classroom. He realized Claudia, his sister, was right. Carla didn't like him. That was just her job. I don't know why he says that. Maybe Claudia, his sister, told him that Carla only talked to him because it was her job to do so. I really don't know because I haven't read this book. Only Miss Carol reads this book. All right, let's go on. So, Carla, was waiting for him outside the door. "Hello, Bradley," she said as she held out her hand. "It's a pleasure to see you today." Who would think it's a pleasure to see Bradley? What a strange lady that Carla is. Talking about strange ladies, I think Miss Carol is coming. I should run away. Mom! Dear me. What was my mom doing? Reading the book to you again? Can't believe it. Mom? I cannot say anything to her because she left. All right. So I think she was reading something about being in Carla's office. Oh yes, when Bradley arrived at Carla's office and he walked past her and sat down at the round table. And he was waiting there at the round table when Carla sat across from him. Carla said, "Bradley, did you make a list of topics to discuss?" "No," said Bradley. "You are the teacher." "Oh, so? So you are the one who has to say what we talk about, not me. That's your job." Of course, because Claudia, his sister, had told him that Carla was only doing her job. Yes, it wasn't that Carla liked him. Poor Bradley. So, well, said Carla, "in that case, we'll have to talk about school. Shall we start with homework? Monsters from outer space, he said. So he didn't really want to talk about homework. Yes, said Bradley. You said I could pick a topic, so I want to talk about monsters from outer space. What a wonderful topic, said Carla. You are a monster from outer space, he told her. No, I'm not, said Carla. I'm a counselor. He stopped. Do you believe in monsters from outer space? She shook her head. No, I do believe there are other types of creatures living in outer space. I just don't believe in monsters. I believe that Earth is just one small planet in a gigantic universe. I think there are billions of other planets with trillions of other kinds of creatures living on them. Just some are really stupid and others smarter than you and me. Some are bigger than dinosaurs, others smaller than ants. But out of all those creatures, I don't think there is even one monster. Not even one, said Bradley. No, said Carla. I think everyone has God inside him. Everyone can feel happiness and sadness and loneliness. But sometimes people think someone is a monster. But that's only because they can't see the God that is inside him. And then a terrible thing happens. They kill him? Asked Bradley. No, even worse. They call him a monster, and other people start calling him a monster, and everyone treats him like a monster. And then, after a while, he starts believing it himself. He thinks he is a monster too, and he acts like one. But he still isn't a monster. He still has a lot of good buried deep inside him. But, said Bradley, what if he's really ugly? What if he has green skin and only one eye in the middle of his face and 3 arms and 2 hands on each arm and 8 fingers on each hand? Carla laughed. You and I must think that is ugly, she said, but that's because it's different from what we are used to seeing. On that planet, that might be considered beautiful. You may have just described a handsome movie star. Bradley laughed. On that planet, they probably would think I was ugly because I don't have green skin and I have 2 eyes. Bradley shook his head. No, they might think I was ugly, said Bradley, but not you. Why, Bradley? Carla said with astonishment, very surprised. That is the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Thank you. He blushed. He hadn't meant it that way. It came out that way. I don't want to talk about monsters anymore, he mumbled. Okay, said Carla. I think you had a very good conversation with me just now. You picked an excellent topic. monsters from outer space. For the rest of the session, he colored. He took a green crayon out of Carla's large box of crayons, and he tried to draw the creature from outer space that he had described. He was able to draw the 3 arms, the hands, and everything. When he finished, he said, "Carla?" "Yes, Bradley, what is it?" "Can you see inside monsters? Can you see the good?" "That's all I see," said Carla. He returned to his picture. He drew a black eye in the middle of the creature's face. He was drawing himself because Bradley had a black eye, remember? And he drew a red heart inside the creature's chest to show all the good that was there. That's nice. Well, how does a monster stop being a monster? He asked. I mean, if everyone else sees only a monster and they keep treating him like a monster, how does he stop being a monster? "It isn't easy," said Carla. "I think first he has to realize for himself that he isn't a monster. That, I think, is the first step. Until he knows he isn't a monster, how is everybody else supposed to know?" Bradley finished coloring and showed his picture to Carla. "He is a movie star on his planet," he said. "Everyone loves him." So it was like a kind of drawing of himself. It was a drawing of a monster. I mean, he was really, I think, trying to draw himself like a monster who had a heart, and he had good inside his heart so that everybody would be able to love him. So, "He's very handsome," said Carla. "Do you want it?" said Bradley. "I mean, I don't want it anyway, so you can have it." "I love it," said Carla. "Thank you. In fact, I'm going to hang it on the wall right now." Bradley watched her tack it up. He almost told her he wasn't allowed to put holes in the wall, but he changed his mind. It was time for him to go back to class. "I'm looking forward to seeing you next week," said Carla. "I hope you have another wonderful topic for us to discuss." And Bradley left Carla's office, and that's the end of the chapter. Nice chapter, wasn't it? I only wish my mother didn't interfere with my work all the time. Now she left, of course. She just sits there and finds my book and starts reading to you. She loves doing that. But it's not her job. It's my job. I'm your teacher. And I love you. All right, kids. So that is all for today. And now, look down because the exercises are all there. See you next time. Bye.